So you were given this question, then you are having the multiplication of these two parts, then you can just write the syntax. So you'll say include in capital letters, then Ivan, the I in caps, the two dot inc. So this is just the standard library for procedures like write int, write string, your dumb rex and all that. This will be Ivan 32. And then here you must have the data section, and you must also have the code section. Then you'll say main proc, then you'll exit, and then you'll say main and p, then end main and the main function. So this is the syntax, this is the general syntax of a assembly. So under the data section, since they say use 32-bit registers, it means you'll be using your EAX, ESI, your EBP point, the base pointers, your EDI, yeah, and the other ones, right? Your ECX. So now any register that you use is okay. Then we'll come here and then we'll create, we're going to initialize certain variables, although they didn't say you must do that. So we can say x dweight. So the data type should be dweight. If it was 16-bit, you'll use weight. And then here you'll say 10. So saying x is equal to 10. Y is equal to 20. And let's say 30. W. Let's say this is also 10. So you'll come here and say now want to store the results, right? So for displaying the result, we can say f dweight. So you must use this, isn't it, that we don't yet know what our result is. And then now if you want to create to display a message, you will say message. So we use byte if you want to display a message. This is for when you are dealing with strings, regardless of what the question says. Then you say the value of f is. So we don't know what's the value of f, then this is just your null terminator. And then then you come here on the code section, you can say move. So I want to store the contents, you can say move ESI. So the right way to do it is to write it like this, isn't it, that we are not moving into we are not moving a register to a register, but we're moving a variable to a register. And then we can say add ESI Y. But I don't think you will have an error even if this is not there. Then you can say move. We can now move what? We're having our x plus y. Now we want to move z. So we'll say move z into EDI. So you can use any register here. You can even use the EAX. Then now we can say subtract. We're going to subtract W from Z. Okay, and then now can do the multiplication. So the instruction for multiplication is imul. So we'll multiply ESI with EDI. So this is just storing everything there, right? So let me just copy this. So this line is storing all of that. Then we'll come to the next line. We can now say move. And here we forgot to include this. So on the theory part, we're talking about the addressing. So we must check the types of addressing. And then now we can say move onto F. We can move ESI while storing the result. Then now you are done. You just call your procedures. Call write string. You can call write int, since we are dealing with integers. So these are the imported procedures. You can just add call crlf. This will create, so moving the cursor into a new line. You'll call your dump rex for displaying the content of your registers.